Thank you for joining us today on Hamilton Mechanical, and we have a very interesting thing to show you guys today. Kind of changing gears. This is not lawnmower related, this is not car related, but it's still a mechanical oddity nonetheless. This is a rainbow vacuum cleaner, and today we're going to show you what makes this vacuum unique and unlike any other vacuum I've ever seen before. And I just wanted to take this time to say that this video is in memory of my dear friend Lisa Newcomb, who passed away in the fall of 2016. She was the wife of a dear co-worker friend of mine, and we miss her very much, and this was her vacuum. So it has been in storage for quite some time, and I'm thinking about her as I play with this thing. She was a very nice woman and did a lot for my kids, and was always really sweet to us, so she's missed very much. And if any of her family watches this, we'll never forget her. Anyway, let's continue on. I want to show you guys the neat things that this thing can do. So let's see. So this is where the dirt winds up, but there is a special ingredient that we have to add to make this work, and that is water. Yes, water. You heard me right. This is a vacuum that uses water to clean the air and to trap the dirt. And then when you are done, you simply empty the bucket, and no bags to change, but also a lot better filtration than maybe a standard bagless vacuum. So we have a couple different sizes here, as you can see. A big one and a little one. How this works, the vacuum sits down over like that and attaches. So real quick, let me get some water in here. We'll plug this thing up and I'll show you what it can do. If that's a little better angle. Okay. So now we have water. Can't really see it, but we have water inside this bucket now. Taps the vacuum to it. Little line inside that bucket. Just fill the water up to that line. Okay. Now, they always say water and electricity don't mix. Well, this is one of those times that apparently that is contradicted. I do believe this is an 80s model vacuum. It looks very 80s. Wood grain, brown. Reminds me of my childhood. Scored a little worse for wear. You can see that, but it's never good when they have tape on them, and it's awfully dang thin to be this long. So anyway, we'll plug it in. And we'll start with the floor attachment because my kids have made a mess in this basement. So that should be a good test here. This time. There you go. Directional. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Well, let's fire this old girl up and see what she'll do. For right now. A whole bunch of nothing at the moment. That's good. Some kind of safety we don't have triggered. Okay. Just a moment. Technical difficulties. Worked the other day when I plugged it in. Okay, she's working now. Told you I didn't think that cord looked very good. Okay. So, some of you marijuana smokers out there might recognize the principle of what's going on here. actually got a giant bong. Yep. We got a water-filled reservoir, blowing the air through it, and blowing out clean air, and thus trapping the dirt in the water. So let's plug this floor attachment in and let's see what kind of a job she does. Come along, little doggy. Oh, really bad for it, but it is rather heavy. Try that. Might work a little better. And it's never a good idea to try to vacuum up large leaves. Rule of thumb, anything you can pick up, it's probably too big to vacuum. Try that again. Now we're right setting. All right, there we go. Neat. Okay, so that part works good. This one came with two hoses, so it makes it a lot easier to switch out between the two. Plug this one in. Grab this thing. Everywhere that my son, for some reason, can't seem to find dirt. Oh, hey! Dog's been looking for that. Right here. Sorry, finger in the shot. I think that should be enough to demonstrate the point. So, let's open her up. Ooh. Oh, we don't need to open that, guys. Whoa. Whoa. That water looks pretty murky. I can see all the stuff floating around in it. That looks pretty yucky, actually, but, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But, you know, that's dirt that's not in there. It's done a pretty dang good job. Now, for most people, you probably have a vacuum like this if you're smart. If not, then, okay, well, let me rephrase that. Like this if you are a more savvy owner of vacuums. Versus a bagless. The only problem with bagless, guys, and my wife sold me on this years ago, is get you a black light, run the thing, and watch how much dust comes out the exhaust port. You're catching about, I don't know, 50%, and the rest of it's just coming right back out. Especially you, and I know you know who you are, the ones that never clean them. And, you know, these things got to be taken apart every so often and washed. This Oric right here, I completely disassembled and washed. Now this has a bag. The great thing about a bag is it acts as a filter. And so there's a fan down on the bottom that spins and also spins your brush roll. Your dirt is sucked up and pushed up in through this tube in the back. You see this little nozzle right here. When it comes up, goes into the bag, blows all the dirt into the bag, and all the rest of the air is able to go through the bag and be filtered. And then, as a secondary measure, this outer bag also filters, which is why you have to take these apart and clean them once in a while. And also, you know, do not reuse bag. Do not fill bag above this line. You know, I see that quite a bit. I get a lot of these guys for free where people have just filled them up, or you know, gets all clogged in the bottom with dirt, gets clogged back here in this elbow with dirt. So, you know, you'd be amazed with just taking the thing apart, and it's not that hard. Maybe I'll do a YouTube video about that sometime, because you can take one of these things apart in like, I don't know, 10 minutes. It's super simple. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver for the most part. This is a nice commercial model I snagged a while back. Yeah. These Orics are great, guys. Kirby too. You know, they're heavy, but God, they're worth the money. They work great for forever, and you know, you get online, you can find bags for them. Alright, so let's get back to the Rainbow. So let me tell you a little bit about these guys. As far as I can tell, it's kind of like Kirby. It was a door-to-door sales kind of deal. Especially back in the 80s, these were pretty popular. And if you go looking on Craigslist, they still tend to sell for quite a bit of money. Cheapest one I've seen is around about $100. So luckily, you know, if you want one, you're gonna have to pay for it. But you know, you can look for a good deal. There's always good deals to be had. You know, the upsides to this are you don't have to buy bags. That's cool. This one is pretty much just like a traditional canister vac in every other aspect, until you get to the fact that it takes water and bongs the water in order to catch your dirt and to act as a cleaner. So, you know, a pretty ingenious design. I'm not sure if they're holding like exclusive patents, or if they're just the only ones crazy enough that thought this was a good idea. The downsides to it is now I have to empty this tray. And I don't want to do that in my bathtub, because it'll clog up my drain. So I'll probably take it outside. But, you know, there's the rinsing, the cleaning. I cleaned these very good before I started this video, because there was just a lot of caked up dirt, especially in this area where the dirt actually enters. There's like a little downspout, and it really sticks to that because of the water. You know, I'm not sitting here with a black light or anything to be able to measure air quality coming out, but you know, for a vacuum cleaner, you're always going to have some sort of efficiency loss. You know, you're always going to get some dust coming back out the other side. But I would say if you've got pets, this is probably a very good investment. Just like, you know, I would definitely either go this or bagged. I would not go bagless if you have pets, because the hair and the skin cells are just, it's just too much. Those bagless vacuums are not meant to handle that kind of dirt. You know, they're more of a convenience. If you're doing more heavy duty cleaning than that, then you definitely need to invest in a better vacuum. You know, the secondhand market is great. You can get one of these Oryx. I have one for sale right now for $60 that's been completely and gone through, with new bag and new belt. And, you know, those things were several $100s new. I got one in particular, one I'm keeping, that was actually retailed for about $800 to $900 new. That was given to me because it was just too dirty. That's all it was. Just cleaned it up and put a new belt on it, a new bag, and washed the bag, the outer bag, and you know, took it all apart, washed it in soap and water, and dried it all off, put it all back together, and it works great. Has jumped the belt once, so I might have more issues with the brush roll, but you can get a brush roll for $15. So, you know, parts are out there for pretty much all these except for Shark. I don't know, don't buy a Shark. You can't do crap with it. If it tears up, it's a throwaway. Chinese, no parts breakdowns online, no parts available online. When you do find you know, parts, it's usually astronomically priced so that you don't buy the part. So these, you know, belts for these old vacuums are really cheap and really easy to install. Let's flip this floor attachment over. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, okay. So as you can see, it looks like 2 screws and probably hinges down here at the bottom, and we're good to go. Looks like it's a 2-brush roll with 2 of these little nylon sliders, so it's makes it a little more versatile. These are good for thinner carpets, or for we're really good for like linoleum and stuff like that. Yes, you can vacuum non-carpeted floors with some of these, although you have to watch out because some of these wheels and stuff might scuff, so it just depends on your surface. But let's see here, 2 brushes, good. I was surprised the belt in this one is still working. Usually on an old vacuum, here we go, here's a model number, Rainbow Power Nozzle. There's a R2800C for anyone who cares. That is 120 volts going through that cable, so you know, make sure this unit is dry before you turn it on. You know, if you had wet hands when you were handling it, that could be bad. Especially since that's not a grounded outlet or grounded cord. You know, that's my qualm with this vacuum. That's something I would change if I was going to keep this one. But you know, the motor still sounds good. It has lots of extra parts, so that's wonderful. This is going to go back to the family of the lady who owned this, but I just wanted to be able to do a video on this thing because it's so bizarre, and I always wanted to play with one. I mean, how often do you see a vacuum that does that? I mean, that's pretty darn cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I apologize for the crap quality, but I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I needed to get this out of my way, and we had a nice rainy day, so I thought, why the heck not get this done. I'm recovering from a really strange hand injury. I got an infection in my hand, and I'm not exactly sure how. It's cellulitis, which is an infection in between the layers of your skin, and when it started, it was my entire hand. I couldn't move my fingers or anything, and now we're down to this pretty predominant bump right here, and that is not, sorry if I'm grossing you out, but that is not, that's solid, okay? That's not drainable. That's not a liquid in there. So doc says that's what it's supposed to do, so we'll give it a few more days. Might go back, talk to him, and make sure everything is good, but in the meantime, I'm still recovering from that and trying to take care of a bunch of loose ends. For those that don't know, come February 26th, I will be starting school full-time. So you're going to see less repair videos and probably just more odd videos from me as I continue on for the next year to become an electrician. Electricity's always been my second love, and so I'm looking forward to becoming a licensed electrician and doing something with my life, making some money, hopefully. Anyway, thank you for watching, and everybody have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and, you know, be sure to tell your friends. If I can hit 100 subscribers, I get my own URL. After that, you know, I don't care. But if I could at least get my own little URL, I'd be very happy. So I'm at like 54 or something right now for subscribers. So if we could just get like 40-something more people to subscribe to me, I'll be a very happy camper. But I do appreciate all y'all that take the time to watch my videos. And, of course, once again, this video is dedicated to Lisa Marie Newcomb. She was a wonderful lady, and she is missed very much by anyone that knew her, and definitely by her family. So, love you guys. Thank you for letting me borrow this vacuum to do this video. Thank you.